if he lose one of them, do not he leave the 99 and 90 and 9 in the wilderness and go after that which is lost until he find it? And when he found it, he laid it on his shoulders, rejoicing.
Right, the hireling ain't doing all that. The hireling is like, well, this is 99 right here. What you need that one? You tripping on that one?
You got 99 though.
The good shepherd, because the good shepherd had a relationship with each sheep. He would know each of them, about whatever name he called them. He would know who each of them was. He had a relationship with them.
Right.
There's a relationship. There's a science between the shepherd and the sheep. You know what I'm saying? And Yahweh Shai is the good shepherd. But we've been set up to aid, to assist him as shepherds. Yeah. But we can't have the mindset of the hireling. We got to be down for the whole ride. Yeah. So if one went astray, he would know. And what he would do, he'd go get it. And when he found it, he put it on his shoulders and bring him back to the fold. To the fold, man.
Verse 6, it says, and we cometh home, he calleth together his friends and neighbors, saying unto them, rejoice with me, for I found my sheep which was lost.
Hireling ain't gonna do that. Go ahead.
Well, like I say, that's when that's being a part of this ministry. When you come together and when you have one brother that basically, if you bring them back into the fold, you're gonna rejoice. You're not gonna stray away from certain brothers. That basically are straying away. But like I said, a hireling, they're gonna be like, well, we lost them, and I'm gonna give them a little pay, and I'm out of here. Yeah. But through the spirit of Yahweh Shai, bro, this ministry is something that once you're in it, it's like you gotta constantly grow and stay within this. It's because when you're doing the time of 2020, 2021, when someone taking a jump shot, after certain years, they act like everybody forgot about it. They just jump right onto the next page. That stuff is still lingering in people.
Right. We gotta walk around them and shit, emitting on us.
Yeah. And your leaders told you that. That's why you gotta know. You gotta look deep and see who your leaders are, where they leading you to. Because some could be like a Judas goat. They're leading to somewhere that to a point where what do the Judas goat do? Take the other sheep somewhere, and it's a group of them. He come back by himself. And where they go? I don't know. He leading you to the slaughter. Yeah. You got to really look to see who your leaders are and where they're
right. A lot of these guys are charlatans. I got something for you. This is Ezekiel 34:6. My sheep wandered through all the mountains and upon every high hill. Yea, my flock was scattered upon the face of the earth, and none did search or seek after them. Therefore, ye shepherds, hear the word of the Lord. As I live, said the Lord God, surely because my flock became a prey, and my flock became meat to every beast of the field, because there was no shepherd, neither did did the shepherds search for my flock, but the shepherds fed themselves, and not my flock.
Here they still in their big ass houses, eating good, but meanwhile, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and America get swallowed up by all kind of idols. Following after other nations, caught up in what they was caught up in. Here, the Lord's house lie waste, while you chilling in your home and shit. It takes work. When you're a shepherd, you gonna be dusted, you gonna be hungry, but you got work to do. That's why the best way to look at your leaders is see what foundation they're building on. It all starts with the foundation. If the foundation ain't right, you ain't got nothing. You got it. My bad. Yeah. So we got to become expert builders on that foundation. We can't just go out here and just willy-nilly this thing. Like I tell brother, I had to go home and study. Like Esau curriculum, I wing that like a motherfucker. I can't wing this. You got to put in time. Right. You got to put in work.
That spirit just really has to be in it.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
Just think about it when you do lessons and you the scriptures you done wrote down. You think you're gonna, bro. You get other precepts, bro. That's a blessing, bro. Right. That's really a blessing, bro. And also, if I make this point, a lot of these guys who have issues, they never revered Yahweh Shai Mashiach. Someone I noticed.
Yeah, they don't give him this. They don't fear him. They don't. We don't worship him.
Because the Lord's sheep is, go ahead.
Oh, no.
The Lord's sheep is his people, what the elder was reading. And we've been scattered out the four corners of earth. We ain't getting on planes flying gathering the sheep. We're using this apparatus called the internet to gather in the Lord's people. We just mere servants doing this. We just planting the seeds. Yahweh Shai is making the seed grow and gathering in like a hen gathering her chickens. That's what the Lord is doing, man. So that's the sheep is talking about you Israelites.
Right.
You know?
He's showing humility. You know, if you got some a leader that's actually growing and built up, like say he's sitting on top of a mountain, you're gonna be sitting on top of a hill. At least he's gonna help you build up. So you can't be sitting up there and everybody looking lowly. You looking down there like a dictator.
Yeah.
You know, like I control all and you stay where you at. You know, you gotta show humility. It can actually be a thin line sometimes between humility and pride. You know, you can be prideful and think you being humble and don't even know. Because your mindset is stuck on, I got to do this and I got to take care of my own. But what about the ones that surrounding you that you have to help grow?
Yep. Verse 30. Oh, you got something?
No, it's excellent.
Yep. Ezekiel 34:10 in NLT. This is what the sovereign Lord says. I now consider these shepherds my enemies, and I will hold them responsible for what happened to my flock. So you told Jake to go get the jazz, and they walking around here, all right, with Komodo dragon DNA. You know what I'm saying? This nigga pissing in the toilet, melting. He's like, what's wrong? Nigga turned to a goddamn gorilla.
Chameleon and shit.
That you responsible for that, man. Growing a tail. You responsible for that, man. That was wicked as hell. Okay, for y'all to lay around there and tell y'all congregation to go take that juice, man. That was wicked.
Yeah.
Captain Tazariak, the no cowards guys.